All right, now we get to some post requests. Basically, they allow you to submit some data over a body, so you can have more complicated data. Technically, anything you can do with a post request, you could do with a GET request. It said maybe like streams and stuff, like file saving and stuff like that. But in theory, like you could really do like anything with a GET request that you could do with a post request. There are a few things from what I understand. So anyway, let's get into post request. So basically the idea is you send a JSON of what you want instead of all the information inside of the URL. So const API key is your API key. I don't know what my API key is. Set the value of the API key to your as a string. I don't know. I don't know what my API key is. Okay, we will make our post request inside of shortened URL. So, const URL to equals input field dot value. We'll keep the value of what is being typed into the input field. Notice that we'll be working inside of shortened URL for the remainder of this exit. Great. Okay. Another const name data. Const data equals stringified version JSON.stringify destination URL to shorten. What? Used to send the information. It's right there. I literally just did that. Oh. Misspelled const. Okay. Lower data variable, even though it's not a variable, it's a const. Call the fetch function. Fetch. Pass URL into its first thing. Dot. And then we're gonna have an empty object into our second. Great. Now it's time to add some properties. So your method is post. This defaults to get. It's usually get. So if you don't put anything there, it is always get. Okay. Next, we're going to have to add some headers to ensure that the server knows that what we are sending is a JSON. Okay. So, and then also we're going to have this API key value pair in there. Okay. So I have connect the API, and then we're going to have some body, and the value will be data. So the body must always be a string. And so if you just stringify whatever complicated object you have, it'll work. All right, so now let's run that. Okay, run, come on. That was useful. URL.url.url. Shorten. Nothing's happening. Great. So now let's handle that post request. So we have our data. Okay. We're gonna .then takes response. And then it's gonna do that stupid. Oh, I hate this so much. If response dot okay. Return response dot JSON. Throw new error. Request failed. Run. I already did that. It's right there. It literally says it right there. Did I misspell it wrong? Or did I spell it wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. I capitalized the F. Wow. Oh my god. The second argument of .then method. Okay. add some sort of other thing that no one ever uses. No one does this, by the way. Like, I have never seen that before until Code Academy. Chain another .then onto that. Great. Cool. Now we're going to pass in our anonymous error function, JSON response, render response. Great. So now, test. Okay, it's not working. Put in the URL in the text field and include I don't know what my API key is. I don't understand what it wants me to do. It doesn't even make any sense. Let's just see if it has. So I think it wants me to go to this thing and create a code. Oh my God. No, I'm not going to do this. Nope. What? Okay, Code Academy should just make a server that does this instead of making you, like, forcing you to use another API that you have to build something for in order to check that what your code works. Or check that your code works. That is stupid. But whatever. Okay, so let's clean this up. Let's make this a little bit better. Okay, all of this I agree with. That is all correct. Okay, I'm happy with that. The thing I'm going to change, the thing I'm going to change is .then. It's going to say r.json, and then .then. We're going to do something with it, and then .catch. And we're just going to console.error. Okay. We're going to take the data that is received, and then handle, what is it called? Render response. And I can just literally just pass in render response right here. This is objectively better than the previous one. So that's how I recommend you do fetch requests. All right, so next. So now we're gonna get into, or the next video, you're gonna get into asynchronous requests. And it's gonna probably do get request versus post request, which basically handle the same way as you have seen. So see you there.